So today we are going to study operational amplifiers. Simply it is called as op-amp. Op-amp is a device, operational amplifier is a device which is designed to perform some numerous applications such as mathematical operation as addition, subtraction, integration, differentiation. So for doing this mathematical operation, we are using operational amplifiers. There are main applications of op-amp as we are using it as video or audio amplifier in communication electronics. Because of their multi-purpose use, op-amp is used in all branches of electronics as an IC integrated circuit. Okay, so it is used in digital and linear circuits as an amplifier circuit, and to do mathematical operations such as addition, subtraction, integration, differentiation, we are using the circuit, operational amplifier. Now we are going to study the constructional details of an operational amplifier. Okay, we have already studied the normal transistor amplifier stage and common emitter, common base, and common collector stages, in which we on the comparison we got that uh, common emitter configuration is better. Actually, operational amplifier is a cascaded stages of transistor amplifiers. First stage is differential amplifier, and the second stage is normal transistor amplifier stage, high gain common emitter amplifier, and a class B push pull emitter follower. It is just provided for giving a phase shift. Okay, so mainly it is used in analog integrated circuit as an linear integrated circuits. Okay, now we are going to study about differential amplifier. The first stage of our op-amp is differential amplifier. The second and third stages are normal amplifier, common emitter configuration. Okay, what is differential amplifier? You have studied normal amplifier as a amplifier means it's the function of amplifier is when we are giving a single input signal to an amplifier, it will provide an output as an amplified output voltage. If we are giving input as Vi, just this is a normal amplifier in which we are giving an input Vi. A single input Vi is given to an amplifier. Amplifier have an amplification factor A, so the output will be equal to this A into our input voltage Vn. That is the function of a normal common amplifier. But differential amplifier means we are giving two inputs to that amplifier stage. We have two inputs, V1 and V2 are giving to two different inputs are given to that amplifier, and the output is amplified form of difference of that input signals. So differential amplifier gives output as amplified form of difference of these two signals, V1 and V2. If you are applying V1 and V2 in the input terminals, the output will be A into V1 minus V2. So differential amplifier is it has two input signals and gives a single amplified output signal to the emitter follower, and this transistor amplifier stage amplifies that output, and this follower gives a 180-degree again phase shift, and the output will become in phase with that input signal. Okay, so there are mainly two type of signals. Okay, common mode signals and differential mode signals. We have told here that in differential amplifier we are giving two inputs. Just assume V1 and V2 are having same magnitude and they are in phase. In phase means if you are applying a voltage, a sinusoidal voltage here as V1, and the V2 is also flowing through the same phase, that is in phase. Or if this waveform, first waveform is here and the second waveform starts from here, means that two waves have a phase difference of this much angle. Okay, so here in phase means both the waves are coming from starting zero at the same time, and it reaches the low value at the same time. That is in phase waveforms. Okay, so if we are giving a signal V1 and V2 which having equal magnitude. That means the peak value or any instantaneous value of V1 will be equal to V2. So magnitude is equal and also these two waves are in phase, then that waves are called as common mode signals. If V1 and V2 have equal in magnitude and in phase, then that signals is called as common mode signals. But we know that the function of differential amplifier, we know that differential amplifier will give the output as difference of input signals. If V1 and V2 have same magnitude and are in phase, what will be the output? V1 and V minus V2 is become 0. So common mode signals are rejected by our differential amplifier. Okay, when the input signal to a differential amplifier are in phase and exactly equal in magnitude, that type of signals are called as common mode signals. Then that common mode signals are rejected by this differential amplifier because the output of differential amplifier is A into V1 minus V2. And another type of signals are differential mode signals. Differential mode signals means if when the input signals are of two different phases, that means to 1 second. Okay, when the input signals are of 180-degree out of phase, അതായത് ഒരു സിഗ്നൽ V1 എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് in this phase V1, okay, and the V2 is in out 180-degree out of phase waveform like this, okay, 180, but the magnitudes are same. Then what happened? The magnitude of V1 will be equal to minus V2 ആയിരിക്കും. Okay, so what will be the output of this differential amplifier if we are giving V1 and minus V1 as input, two inputs, V2 is equal to minus V1, then what will be the output? A into V1 minus of minus V1 is V1 plus V2 ആയിരിക്കും വരിക. So the output will be, the value of V2 is minus V1. So V1 plus V2 will be the output. So differential amplifier will give amplified output when the two input signals are of 180-degree out of phase and equal in magnitude. That type of signals are known as differential mode signals. When the input signals are of 180-degree out of phase and equal in magnitude, then that signals are known as differential mode signals. If both the signals are same magnitude and in phase, then it is called as common mode signals. So differential amplifier will reject common mode signals and differential amplifiers will accept the differential mode signals and gives the output as an amplified output when we are giving a differential input to an amplifier. So this is the symbolic diagram of our op-amp, operational amplifier symbol another. So it has two inputs. In one op-amp has it's a multi-stage amplifier. Constructionally it is a multi-stage amplifier, and here is the symbol for op-amp. It has two input signals, and one is inverting input. Inverting input is denoted by negative sign, and non-inverting input is indicated by positive sign, and plus 15 volt minus 15 volt is biasing voltages of amplifier stages and the output terminal V out. Okay, so 5 terminals ആണ് ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കുക. One is inverting input. Inverting input ന്റെ function എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ when we are giving input signal to the inverting input, the output will be 180-degree out of phase with the input ആയിരിക്കും. And when we are applying our input voltage to the non-inverting input, then the output will be in phase with the input voltage ആയിരിക്കും. പിന്നെ നമ്മൾ പഠിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട് in transistor amplifiers, for working that amplifier as an transistor as an amplifier, we have to bias it properly by giving some voltage, DC voltages in that circuit. Transistor input junction should be at forward biased and output junction should be at a reverse biased condition. For giving proper biasing, we have to apply some voltages, that is this plus V and minus 15 volt. Okay. So main properties of an operational amplifiers are, it has, already we studied, it has main properties are, it has inverting input and non-inverting input, and an op-amp is a multi-stage amplifier and with a input stage as a differential amplifier, and a high input impedance and a low output impedance. Always remember, operational amplifier should have high input impedance and low output impedance ആയിരിക്കണം. And large open loop voltage gain. Voltage gain means amplification factor large ആയിരിക്കണം. The output should be amplified by that op-amp circuit. And voltage gain remains constant. Voltage gain remains constant over a wide range of frequency. Working range of frequency complete അത് produce ചെയ്യുന്ന voltage gain constant ആയിരിക്കണം. And there are two terms, CMRR. CMRR means common mode rejection ratio, and slew rate should be infinite. Normally നമ്മൾ practical circuits നമ്മൾ പറയുക high and low എന്നാണ്. For an ideal op-amp, characteristics should be voltage gain should be infinity, input resistance is infinity, output resistance is 0, and bandwidth infinity, CMRR and slew rate are infinity. CMRR slew rate ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞുതരാം എന്താണെന്ന്. Okay, so for a practical op-amp, the characteristics is its input resistance should be high and voltage gain should be high, output resistance should be low, and bandwidth, the CMRR and slew rate should be a high value. For a, if you are asking some important question ആണ് ideal op-amp എപ്പോഴും ചോദിക്കുന്നതാണ് characteristics of an ideal op-amp. Ideal op-amp എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ആ പ്രോപ്പർട്ടീസിനൊക്കെ theoretically നമ്മൾ പറയാ it is infinite or compare with infinite value and zero value എന്നാണ്. അതായത് ഹൈ ആയിട്ടുള്ളതിനൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ ഇൻഫിനിറ്റി എന്ന് പറയാം, ലോ ആയിട്ടുള്ളതൊക്കെ സീറോ ആയിട്ടുമാണ് നമ്മൾ കൺസിഡർ ചെയ്യുക for an ideal characteristics. So for an ideal characteristics of an op-amp is voltage gain is infinity, input resistance infinity, output resistance 0, and bandwidth എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ the range of frequency which operates in an active region, that is bandwidth, and CMRR and slew rate should be infinity. Okay, ഇനി എന്താണ് CMRR എന്ന് പറയാം. Okay, CMRR is the common mode rejection ratio. Common mode rejection ratio, it is the ability of an op-amp to reject a common mode signal. Common mode signal means the inputs. Differential amplifier need two inputs, V1 and V2. If the inputs are in same magnitude and in phase, then we call it as common mode signals. So it is the ability of an op-amp to reject common mode signals. So it is the ratio of differential voltage gain to common mode voltage gain, ADM by ACM. So it is the ratio of differential mode voltage gain to common mode voltage gain. ഒരു op-ampന് കോമൺ മോഡ് സിഗ്നൽസിനെ റിജക്ട് ചെയ്യാനുള്ള എബിലിറ്റിനെയാണ് കോമൺ മോഡ് റിജക്ഷൻ റേഷ്യോ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്, CMRR, denoted as CMRR. And the unit is in decibels. Decibelസിലാണ് നമ്മൾ ഇതിനെ എക്സ്പ്രസ് ചെയ്യുക. It is the ratio of differential mode voltage gain to common mode voltage gain of an op-amp. And slew rate. Slew rate is it is the maximum rate of change of output voltage of an op-amp. It is the maximum rate of change of output voltage with respect to time. So it is denoted as, output voltage is denoted as V0. Rate of change of output voltage is dV0 by dt. So this value slew rate means it indicates how fast the op-amp, the output of op-amp can change with respect to the change in input frequency. Input change ചെയ്യുന്നതിനനുസരിച്ച് how fast it produce the output signal എന്നുള്ളത്. Op-amp will produce output signal is denoted by slew rate. Okay, so these are the two terms used in operational amplifier: common mode rejection ratio and slew rate. Common mode rejection ratio is the ability of an op-amp to reject common mode signals, and it is the ratio of differential mode voltage gain to common mode voltage gain. And slew rate is uh, the representation of how fast that op-amp can produce output signal with respect to change in input signal. So it is the ratio of output voltage with respect to time, dV0 by dt. ഇനി ഇതിനകത്ത് നമുക്ക് കുറച്ച് ടേംസ് കൂടെ പഠിക്കാനുണ്ട്. Before that, these are the applications of an op-amp. Okay. Main applications എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് to invert the input, and we can use it in analog computers, in comparators, in multivibrators to produce square waveforms, and we are using multivibrators, and in digital to analog converters, analog to digital converters, and also it is used in as a voltage regulator and as a summer. രണ്ട് മൂന്നോ വോൾട്ടേജസ് കൊടുത്ത് അതിന്റെ സം തരാനോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ as a subtractor or an integrator, differentiator, and also it can be used as a frequency multiplier. So these are the main applications of a operational amplifier. Okay. Now we have to study some common terms used in an operational amplifiers. Mainly first പറയുന്നത് output offset voltage. Some op-amp will show some voltage at the output terminal when there is no voltage applied between two input terminals. If you are not giving an input to the input terminals, then also there will be an output voltage. How it produces output voltage without any input signal? Because the op-amp has series of transistor stages. For proper biasing, we have already given some voltages, DC voltages to transistor stages. So there will be a slight output in the output terminal without any input AC signal. So that voltage is called output offset voltage. So this is that output offset voltage is a result of imbalance in the transistors of differential amplifier stages. Okay, so ഒരു ഇംബാലൻസ് കാരണം ചിലപ്പോൾ ഔട്ട്പുട്ടിൽ പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഒരു സ്മോൾ വാല്യൂ ഓഫ് വോൾട്ടേജിനെയാണ് ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ഓഫ്സെറ്റ് വോൾട്ടേജ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. That is unfair. We have to remove that. For that we have to give അഡ്മിറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ ഓൾറെഡി അഡ്മിറ്റഡ് ആണ് എല്ലാവരും കേട്ടോ. ഇതിലാരും വെയിറ്റിംഗ് കാണുന്നില്ല. ഓക്കെ. Output offset voltage is the output voltage for a zero input voltage. That means when we are if there is no input voltage, then also there will be a small value of output voltage due to some imbalance in the proper biasing of transistor stages. So that produces some voltage. It is unfair. So we have to apply another voltage in the input to make that output offset voltage zero. That is input offset voltage. So output offset voltage means it is the output voltage which is produced at the output terminal at a zero input voltage. And input offset voltage is the voltage to be applied at the input for making this output offset voltage zero. ഈ ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ഓഫ്സെറ്റ് വോൾട്ടേജിനെ സീറോ ആക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി നമ്മൾ കൊടുക്കുന്ന കോമ്പൻസേറ്റിംഗ് വോൾട്ടേജിനെയാണ് ഇൻപുട്ട് ഓഫ്സെറ്റ് വോൾട്ടേജ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. Okay, and input offset current, the slight difference between the two input current to the non-inverting and inverting input of an op-amp is called input offset current. Input, we know that there are two input terminals, inverting input terminal and non-inverting input terminal. So we are giving two different input signals that actually we are giving same signal, but there will be slight difference between that two input signals. That difference is this input offset current for V0 is equal to 0. That is denoted as input offset current is IB1 minus IB2 nana represent here. That is the difference of two currents in input terminals, inverting and non-inverting terminal. Okay. Okay. കേൾക്കുന്നത് കുറവാണ്, ഒന്നുകൂടെ ഞാൻ റിപ്പീറ്റ് ചെയ്യാം. ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ഓഫ്സെറ്റ് വോൾട്ടേജ്, ദീസ് ആർ ദ ടേംസ് യൂസ്ഡ് ഇൻ ഓപ്പ്-ആംപ് സർക്യൂട്ട്. സോ ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ഓഫ്സെറ്റ് വോൾട്ടേജ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ദ വോൾട്ടേജ് പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ്ഡ് ഓൺ ദ ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ടെർമിനൽ വിത്തൗട്ട് എനി ഇൻപുട്ട് സിഗ്നൽ ആണ്. ഇൻപുട്ട് സിഗ്നൽ ഇല്ലാത്ത സമയത്ത് ഔട്ട്പുട്ടിൽ പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന സിഗ്നൽ ആണ് ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ഓഫ്സെറ്റ് വോൾട്ടേജ്. ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ്ഡ് ഡ്യൂ ടു ദ imbalance in the transistor stages. We know that without any input signal there will be some voltages already present. DC voltages are given on each transistor stage for proper biasing. So if there is any imbalance in the transistor stages, it will produce a slight output voltage. That output voltage is not fair in an op-amp. We have to remove that. For that we are giving an extra input voltage to compensate that output offset voltage. To make that output voltage zero at initial condition, we are giving an extra input voltage, that is input offset voltage. Output offset voltage is the voltage produced at the output terminal without any input signal, and input offset voltage is the voltage applied to the input for making that output offset voltage zero. And input offset current എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് it is a slight difference between two input currents. Okay. Then input bias current എന്താണ് പറയുക? The input of an op-amp that requires some amount of DC biasing for proper biasing of transistor. Otherwise, that differential amplifier will not work as an amplifier. So that current biasing, input biasing current, average of that total biasing current is known as input bias current. We already പഠിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്, for a transistor to work as an amplifier, we should give some proper biasing. So we have to give some input bias current to that transistor differential amplifier stages. So the total average of the input bias, input current is input bias current. That is IB. നമ്മൾ രണ്ട് input current ആണ് കൊടുക്കുക, IB1 and IB2. So the average is IB1 plus IB2/2 is input bias current. Okay. And gain bandwidth എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് bandwidth of an op-amp when its voltage gain is unity. അതായത് നമ്മൾ പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഔട്ട്പുട്ടിന് വോൾട്ടേജ് ഗെയിൻ യൂണിറ്റി ആണെങ്കിൽ 1 ആണെങ്കിൽ ദാറ്റ് റേഞ്ച് ഓപ്പറേറ്റിംഗ് ഫ്രീക്വൻസി ഇസ് നോൺ ആസ് ഗെയിൻ ബാൻഡ്വിഡ്ത്ത്. ഒരു പെർട്ടിക്കുലർ ഫ്രീക്വൻസി റേഞ്ചിൽ ഓപ്പ്-ആമ്പ് വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ അതിന്റെ വോൾട്ടേജ് ഗെയിൻ യൂണിറ്റി ആയിരിക്കും. ദാറ്റ് റേഞ്ച് ഓഫ് ഫ്രീക്വൻസി ഇസ് നോൺ ആസ് ഗെയിൻ ബാൻഡ്വിഡ്ത്ത്. At a particular range of frequency, that op-amp works as an amplifier with the amplification factor is equal to 1. That range of frequency is known as gain bandwidth. Okay. So these are some terms used in our operational amplifier. Now there is a, and normally its op-amp circuit is like this. When we are giving an, actually we can give two input signals to two inputs, inverting and non-inverting terminal of an op-amp. പക്ഷെ നമ്മൾ usually എന്താ ചെയ്യാന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ, usually we provide only one input to either inverting or non-inverting terminal, and the remaining terminal should be grounded, and the output voltage will fed back to the circuit through feedback network, feedback resistor or any feedback network. It may be resistor or capacitor, something. Okay. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് ഒരു ഇൻപുട്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ കൊടുക്കുക, ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് കിട്ടുന്നതിന് നമ്മളൊരു ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക് ചെയ്യാനുള്ള ഒരു നെറ്റ്വർക്കും കൂടെ ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കും. So there exists a virtual ground in an op-amp circuit. Normally, before telling about virtual ground, I'll tell you one thing. We know that there are two terminals, inverting and non-inverting. Negative sign indicates inverting input terminal and positive sign indicates non-inverting input signal. Okay. So this inverting input terminal is produce an output with a 180-degree phase shift, and non-inverting terminal produces an output with a without any phase difference. That means output will be in phase with the input ആയിരിക്കും. Okay, so the feedback network we are giving usually in a inverting terminal, because as compared to giving feedback on positive feedback, negative feedback is have more advantages. Okay, we can provide feedback either to non-inverting terminal or inverting terminal. If it is given to non-inverting terminal, that is known as positive feedback. If you are giving feedback through inverting terminal, then it is known as negative feedback. പക്ഷെ നമ്മൾ യൂഷ്വലി യൂസ് ചെയ്യുക നെഗറ്റീവ് ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക് നെറ്റ്വർക്ക് ആണ്. ആസ് കമ്പയർഡ് ടു പോസിറ്റീവ് ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക് there are some advantages. Mainly it produce more stabilization on gain. Gain means amplification. That voltage gain will have stability when we are providing negative feedback, and there will be reduction of output noise. Disturbances ഒക്കെ കുറവായിരിക്കും, noise production കുറവായിരിക്കും. Noise is an unwanted signal which is present with the output signal. That output noise can be reduced by giving negative feedback. And also the effect of input and output impedance is less. Okay, there will be more an op-amp should have high input impedance and low output impedance ആയിരിക്കണം. So it will properly keeping by negative feedback. And the reduction of phase distortion, that means we have to produce a correct phase output. So by using negative feedback, we can produce a reduced phase distortion in the output signal. Okay, so these are the advantages for giving a negative feedback. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ യൂഷ്വലി യൂസ് ചെയ്യുക നെഗറ്റീവ് ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക് ആണ് op-amp സർക്യൂട്ടിൽ. Okay, now there is a term virtual ground. Virtual ground എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ എന്താന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ ആക്ച്വലി നമ്മൾ ഗ്രൗണ്ട് ചെയ്യാന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ എന്താ ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത്? The meaning of ordinary ground is what? That is, it has zero voltage. Normally ground ചെയ്യാന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ we are taking a proper wire from a circuit to the earth and we are grounding physically, and that provides a zero voltage and it draws infinite current. That is the meaning of actual ground. Grounding means, the meaning of ordinary ground is, that is, it has zero voltage and it provide a low resistance path for high current flow. That is ordinary ground. But the term virtual ground means any point in the circuit that has zero voltage. That means similar to our actual normal ground, it should provide zero voltage and draws no current. Actual ground എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ it provides zero voltage and also it provides a path for high current. But virtual ground means current is zero and also voltage is equal to zero ആയിരിക്കും. Also it is not physically grounded. നമ്മൾ ആക്ച്വലി ഒരു സർക്യൂട്ട് ഗ്രൗണ്ട് ചെയ്യുക അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു വയറിങ്ങിനെ ഗ്രൗണ്ട് ചെയ്യാന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ നമ്മൾ ഫിസിക്കലി ഒരു വയർ എടുത്ത് ഗ്രൗണ്ടിലോട്ട് കണക്ട് ചെയ്യും. There is no physical grounding in a virtual ground. Okay, so a virtual ground means it provides zero voltage and zero current and there is no physical connection to the ground. So here in an op-amp, the input portion, input part appears as a